Talking FireFox Gold today. FireFox Gold trades as FFOX in the Toronto Venture Exchange, treasure hunting gold in Finland. They got their central Lapland greenstone belt. Here to run through the story, CEO Carl Lofberg. Carl, appreciate you taking the time here. I know we spoke with your chairman, Patrick Highsmith, a week and a half or two ago about securing some gold concessions. I want to get into that news as well. But before we do, for the investors who might not be familiar with FireFox, why don't you take us back to the start here, how the company was formed, and then take us into current day.
Okay, Rob, thanks for having me here. Yeah, I've known Patrick for 15, 16 years. Met when he was working for Newmont in 2005, and effectively when we hit the sort of bottom of the bear market 2014, 15, we've just been good buddies for more than 10 years, and we're thinking that we might actually be hitting the bottom of the precious metals market in 2015, 16. And started to talk about FireFox in 2016 and effectively formed the company in 2017. I've been running a private prospect generator company in Finland since 2006. So we know the country inside and out. We've been operating here for 15 years, and we've been up in Lapland doing base metals, our group before that. So we knew the way of the land very well. And effectively, maybe a little bit of the major background here in Finland. Finland's only been open for foreign exploration for the past 25 years. And Agnico bought the Kittilä mine 17, 18 years ago, and a bit after the year 2000. And their main goal was to put the deposit into production. So they got the deposit into production in 2009, effectively 11, 12 years ago. But their only main goal was to get the deposit into production. They didn't do any regional gold exploration all over Lapland back then. And at the same time, simultaneously, Anglo American made a big base metal discovery. It's possibly Finland's best ore body, better than Outokumpu, copper nickel PGE ore body, high grade, and effectively FQM and Anglo American, they staked all of Lapland in 2008, so 13 years ago. So the major base metal companies held Lapland to the sort of downturn in 2014, 15, and they started to let go of the ground, and that's when the gold juniors came in. That's when Orient came in and Rupert came in. We've been following the whole thing the whole time, doing base metal exploration, but we had a number of good properties and effectively formed FireFox in 2017.
So what's the focus for FireFox then current day?
We have two flagships properties, Mustajärvi, which is effectively directly 25 miles south from the Kittilä gold mine operated by Agnico Eagle. It's Europe's biggest gold mine in the ballpark of 9 million ounces. So Mustajärvi is 25 kilometers south from that. We've drilled earlier this winter good, comparatively narrow but high-grade intercepts, 2 meters of 33 grams. 2 years prior to that, we drilled in Mustajärvi 2 meters of 45 grams in a separate place. So we're expanding the property the whole time. But we also have the Utsamo property, which is effectively 50 kilometers to the east from Mustajärvi. It's between Orient's Risti discovery and Launi discovery. And we're currently doing their bottom of till sampling. We've done 2 very, very short sort of reconnaissance programs, a few holes, just to get a better understanding of the geology. It's the large part quite virgin territory. So those are the properties which we have the permits in place, but effectively we have a conveyor belt of projects. We have more than a dozen projects, and 2 other projects will have the permits in one of them within 3 to 4 months. effectively the Sarvi property, which is just north from Rupert's effectively major Ikkari discovery. Maybe another thing to sort of highlight here is that in Finland we've only had one gold major, Agnico Eagle, 6 years ago. Nobody else. Now in the past 5 years we have Kinross, B2Gold, Centerra, and Newmont. So now there's 5 mid-tier majors. 6 years ago, only one. And only 2 of these majors have any tenements. Only B2Gold and Agnico has any tenements in Lapland. And effectively all of the rest is controlled by 4 juniors, out of which FireFox is one. It's Rupert, Orion, and an also listed company, S2, and FireFox. So effectively, you truly have half a dozen players controlling all the prospective gold prospective ground in the greenstone belt. And that's sort of a major thing. We have all these major companies in Finland now, and they've done their due diligence. They don't come to Finland for a couple of years. They are here for a longer period of time. And I think that everybody in the business, 1,000 people know it, but nobody in Finland, none of the bankers, they don't follow the exploration industry to that extent. But maybe a big thing 15 years ago, 17 years ago, 18 years ago, when Kittilä was up for sale, a number of the majors, Newmont was looking at it, and there was a number of majors looking at it, but it's refractory. And what the majors have been thinking about over the past 15 years is my best guess. Is there anything else? We only have this one big deposit and nothing else in Finland. And now, based on Rupert's Ikkari discovery, the market cap went from 100 million to 1 billion. It touched 1 billion last October. We know with high certainty that it's a multi-million ounce discovery and it's not refractory. So now for the first time, everybody knows that there's more than one. Everybody has been anticipating, is there more than one? Now everybody knows in the business that there's more than one. And there's only 6 companies controlling the greenstone belt. So that's the big picture.
Let's get into the infrastructure. You're relatively close to the same parallel as the Yukon. Bitter cold up there, no population, very little infrastructure. You're surrounded by super highways, airports. Get into that and the advantage, but relatively still underexplored. So talk about that.
Well, there's like 6 international airports north from the polar circle in Finland. So we are here. I live in Tampere. I live effectively here, 100 miles north from Helsinki. The capital of Finland is here. I live here. I can jump on the night train in the evening. It leaves at 10 o'clock. And our properties are here. This is the polar circle. So you can jump on the night train, travel up to Rovaniemi, and you can even put your car on a separate car. So you can drive up your car to the train, jump on the train. It's like a small hotel room. You have your own bed, your own shower, your own bathroom, everything there. Security check is 2 seconds. And you step out in Rovaniemi and drive up to Sodankylä, which is 130 kilometers further up now. And there's effectively always, it's not even a joke. You can't really get more than 4 kilometers away from some sort of a forest road in Finland. And there's paved highways all over Lapland and so on. And like I said, there's a lot of industrial forestry, so there's forest roads effectively pretty much everywhere. So the infrastructure is really good. And one thing that the Gulf Stream keeps all the Scandinavian countries much warmer. So it's much warmer in Scandinavia than on the same, so far up in Canada or Siberia or whatever. So it's warmer up here.
Well, you've got limited players up there. You've got infrastructure. Let's consolidate a message here for investors. Why follow? Why buy FireFox? Obviously, you highlighted a plethora of reasons. Talk about what you'll accomplish in 2021 and why you'll welcome new shareholders on board.
Well, we have a drill program starting again in April, but to it's an interesting business, the exploration altogether. I've been in the business for 16 years. I've been in other businesses before that, in biotech and other businesses, but it's very binary. There's, like I said, 4 juniors up here. 2 of the juniors already have 100 baggers. Both Orion and Rupert has had 100 bagger. And nobody can actually guarantee that, but if you compare Finland to the other greenstone belt, to Abitibi or Western Africa or Australia, you have 2, 3, 4 dozen mines in all of the greenstone belts where you had exploration for 3 generations. We effectively had half of a generation of exploration. In reality, the competitive gold exploration in Finland started in 2014-15. All the tenements, it's been taken by base metal companies in Lapland before that. So it's just started. And we've had 1 major deposit, refractory, Kittilä, and now in the past 12 months, we know that there's another one. But where are the other 2 dozen? We don't know whether they are here. We don't know. But I think that there's a fair chance that some of the juniors will find a number of these under this decade. Can I promise a discovery next quarter? Unfortunately not. But I look at this from a 6-year perspective. We have very different summer seasons and very different winter seasons. You can do a lot in Lapland in the winter. It's the best time to do diamond drilling, but naturally you can do certain things in summer when ground is visible and so on. So I look at it, I have 12 seasons, 6 winter seasons, 6 summer seasons. And I think that the further you move into this 2 seasons from now, 3 seasons from now, 4 seasons from now, I believe that a number of these juniors are going to make discoveries, and that will be with high likelihood reflected in share price. But nobody knows with certainty. It's an extremely volatile business, a risky business. But on one hand, I do think that we are in a very positive macroeconomic environment for precious metals. So, but yeah, we've been exploring each and every year since we got founded. We've been drilling each and every year, and Finland is extremely underexplored. A fraction of the drilling has been done here to other comparable places on the planet. So we'll be drilling this winter. We will be doing bottom of till sampling throughout the years. We have a drill rig for the whole of next winter from October forward for 6-7 months. And we as entrepreneurs will believe that at some point things will happen, and hopefully more than once we'll be flirting with a discovery or making a major discovery over this decade. But like I said, you can't promise anything for next month or next quarter.
No, you can't. All right, Carl, appreciate that updating. And that's Carl Lofberg. He's the CEO, FireFox Gold, FFOX, and the Toronto Venture Exchange. And we'll certainly look forward to checking back in when FireFox hits the wire again. Appreciate the update, Carl.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you.